Hi guys, we're back for my simple series where I'm sharing with you different ways to make simple cards so you can feel inspired. So today we're focusing on designer series paper. Sometimes I have a really hard time incorporating designer series paper into cards that I'm making because I feel like sometimes I make it more complicated than it needs to be. So today I'm going to share with you guys a really simple card using the designer series paper, and then I picked this stamp set, which is kind of funny, right? Because I'm using this garage paper, and so it's this very masculine paper, but then the stamp set I chose is this floral one, this flowery kind of set, but I really just wanted a sentiment. So I wanted to find something that had a larger sentiment I could use, and this one was perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to show you what I've done. We're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. As always, we're folding this in half at 5.5. And I did end up doing a little bit of embossing with white embossing powder. But sometimes when you're keeping your cards really simple, adding a little bit of embossing to it and allowing that to pop will really go a long ways. So what I've done is I have a piece of basic gray cardstock, and this is going to cover the entire front. So this is cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5. So then I have some layers here. So what I did is I trimmed this down, and then I added just a really thin border. So I took a 1/2 inch off, but the designer series piece, I really eyeballed a ton because I just wanted this very simple, thin border. That's what I'm trying to say, is a very thin border. And I couldn't figure out the exact measurement. It wasn't working. So I honestly just went back in with my trimmer and I just trimmed like a sliver off the designer paper to achieve that border that I wanted. So the next thing I have is a piece of 2.5 inch black cardstock, and that's cut at 5. And then I have a piece of this designer paper, which is the other side, and it's cut at 2 inches by 5 inches. And we're going to do something, because again, I wanted this like thin border, but I wasn't sure like how to achieve exactly what I wanted. So I'm really going to eyeball it, you guys. So even right here, I want to layer this on here, and you can see I wanted that really thin border, but I didn't want a border on the top. So sometimes just play around with your card design. We're doing quite a few layers, which is not what I usually like to do. But when you're using designer paper, it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm putting this on the edge here. We'll use our mat. And then what I want to do is add some foam to the back of this, of course. And again, we're not doing a lot of stamping today because our focus really is this designer paper. And then we can pop it onto this gray piece. And you can see I have a little bit sticking out here. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to just trim that. That's going to be a little bit better. And then we're going to stick that right in the middle. And these colors are very muted. They're really pretty. Okay, so we have that. So the next thing I did is I just took my white embossing powder and I took that sentiment and I put it on this black stitched circle. And of course, we're going to add a little bit of foam. And this reminds me of what I did a couple weeks back with the monochromatic card that I did with the rose, where we offset the circle. But again, we're keeping it really simple, but we're taking some of the focus, and that's what we're allowing to pop on our card. So we'll put this right here. And you could do it just like this. I feel like my paper or something is crooked and it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So I'm going to do this right here. I feel like I didn't layer this maybe the best. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and lay this piece down. Then I have a little bit of a white border here, which sometimes happens. So I'll just take my scissors and I'll trim that off. And then that will be our card for today. So that is using designer paper. So let me know what you guys think about using designer paper. It's not my strongest suit when it comes to making cards. So let me know if this is something that you liked. And if it is, I'll continue to do this. I'll do some more with designer series paper. I hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you come back next Monday because I will be doing another monochromatic card. I hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you later. Hanging out with me today and watching my videos. Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.